Are you having a dream where you're trying to talk and the words just won't come out? Or maybe you're trying to use your phone and you can't find the number you're looking for, or you can't type in the text that you're trying to write, or you're trying to connect with someone and it just won't connect. Dreams about blocked communication, dreams about not being able to say what you want to say are one of the most frustrating and common dreams that we come across. And this video is going to be all about how you can dive deeper into what these dreams might mean and help you unlock the understanding and the meaning for you so you can move forward in your life and understanding your dreams' wisdom. If you're trying to understand these things, you've come to the right channel, you've come to the right place. My name is Kezia Vida, and I've been working with people one-on-one to help them understand what their dreams mean for them for over 10 years. And I'm so excited to be speaking with you today to help you understand what these dreams could mean for you. So there's a lot of different ways that dreams about blocked communication can come up. Of course, one of the most common ways that we like to communicate in our society today is through our cell phone. So often we can have dreams where our cell phone is not working, or maybe we are trying to talk and we can't hear through our cell phone. Sometimes we're trying to type into the cell phone and the machinery of it isn't working, or our battery is dying, or, we just can't get through to whoever we're trying to communicate with. So another way that these dreams can manifest is maybe it's literally in the mouth itself. So sometimes you might have a dream where your mouth is filled with peanut butter or gum or something very sticky or something that's making it difficult for the words to come out of your mouth. Sometimes maybe you don't even have a mouth, or you can't open it at all. You're trying to talk and words won't come out. Or someone else is trying to talk to you and their mouth is obscured or strangely blocked and words aren't coming out of their mouth either. Maybe a lot of the times the themes that can come up around this is that there's someone in particular that you're trying to communicate with, someone that you're trying to get in touch with, someone that you want to connect with, and something that you want to say to them. But there's something getting in the way. Often it feels like something that is outside of your control, something that you wish, you could change. You're trying as hard as you can to communicate with that person, but it's just not working. So if that's the kind of dream that you've had in all the different ways that it can come up, the first thing that I would invite you to do to explore that dream is to just feel what that is like. I mean, I can imagine a lot of different feelings that could be coming up in those dreams, whether it's anxiety, frustration, maybe you're just feeling lost, this desire for connection. Sometimes it might feel like the other person is the reason why the communication is hard, or they're not listening to you, they're ignoring you. So feeling maybe rejected by that, feeling a sense of desperation, frustration, anger. These are all feelings that can come up in these dreams where our communication is blocked. And I just want to suggest to you, through feeling what you feel in that dream, once you really can connect with it in a deep level and recognize this is a feeling, and really ask yourself, is this familiar? Now, it might not be immediately familiar. Sometimes we get so used to not saying what's on our minds, not speaking our truth, not standing in what we really want to say, or really expressing how we truly feel, that we don't even notice all of these other feelings that come up when we're trying to say something in the dream and we can't. Because in our waking lives, we might not even be trying. We might have given up a long time ago. We might have thought to ourselves, I can't say that. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to ever approach that with that person. So we're not even trying. But in our dreams, it's bringing us into contact with the feeling, hey, you have something you want to say and you're not able to do it. And that is uncomfortable, right? However it comes up for you, it's usually an uncomfortable feeling. So maybe on the other hand, you are familiar with this and you do know that there is something that you need to say, some feeling maybe that you're having in a relationship, some experience that you are having with this person, or something that you really need to get off your chest, or you want to express, or you want to say, and you just can't seem to do it. That is what this dream is trying to bring you into contact with, because the more that we can feel our discomfort around not being able to express what we want to say, the more motivated that we're going to be to say the things that are hard to say. So we really need to sometimes come into contact with that discomfort so that we can get into that motivation and be like, you know what, I'm tired of this frustration. I'm tired of feeling like, there's something on my mind and I can't get it out. I need to be able to say it. And of course, there's often a good reason why we haven't been expressing ourselves fully. A lot of times there can be fear involved. Whether you've said something about it in the past and maybe you got a negative reaction, or maybe it's an ancestral wound. There's these areas where we just don't speak, or maybe it was in the family, things that we don't like to talk about, things that we keep under wraps. There can be a very pervasive push in our society and in our relationships to stay silent. There can also be this sense of pressure to say the right thing or say it in the right way or make sure that whatever we say isn't going to hurt anyone or harm anyone or do anything wrong. And that can make us sometimes overly cautious, actually, and not willing to take the risk of opening our hearts and speaking from a vulnerable place. And so I always like to encourage people, if you're speaking from your heart and you're opening yourself up and you're just trying to speak your truth, it might not come out perfectly. It might be hurtful to the other person. It might, sting for them a little bit, or it might even come out the wrong way. And that's okay, okay? We are allowed to say things, and then if it comes out the wrong way, we can say, hey, I'm sorry, I have trouble speaking about this. That came out the wrong way. This is what I really meant. Okay? You can always say that. That's always an opportunity for you. So don't hold yourself back from saying what's really on your mind because you're afraid that if it comes out the wrong way, you'll hurt someone's feelings. That might happen, but you can be sensitive to that and do what you can to change it. Now, of course, someone might go into their reaction and want to be angry with you and won't let you take it back or, look at it the way they want to look at it. And the thing is, that's not your problem anymore. Okay? If you're doing your best and you're really trying to speak from your heart and you have no intention to harm them, then there's really no way that you are going to go wrong. So it's very important, again, and I'm saying all of this because if you're having dreams where you're trying to communicate, trying to get in touch with someone, trying to connect with someone, and it's just not happening, usually that indicates there's something that needs to happen in your waking life. There's some way that you want to be in touch, you want to communicate, you want to get into that connection, and it's not happening for you. Now, another type of dream that you can come into contact with around this topic is kind of the other way around, or sometimes people will be bringing you a message in the dream and you're not receiving it. I had a really interesting person comment on my blog about this, and I had it in my YouTube live. I will go into more detail, but basically she received a message from her mother that was very loving. And then right after she received that message, she went into doubt and anxiety and started believing, she basically couldn't believe the message, and she kind of had a reaction in the complete opposite way. I just thought that was a really beautiful illustration, which can happen in a lot of different ways, where people might be giving you a certain message in a dream, but you don't believe it, you doubt it, you don't hear it, you don't understand it, all these different things. And so that is indicating on the other side of things that maybe people are trying to bring you messages, maybe people are trying to connect with you, maybe there is an opportunity for you to come into a deeper relationship with the people around you, but there's a way that you don't want to accept or receive that communication fully. And again, that can often be related to fear. There could be some kind of difficult situation that occurred for you that could make it hard for you to receive or really trust that that love is coming fully and from the right place. And it's always, I think, a very powerful confirmation when it comes in a dream, because that isn't coming from your mental state. It's not coming from someone else's mental state. It's coming from the unconscious state. So it's really trying to bring you that message from the depths and show you your resistance to it. And whenever we can recognize and become aware of our resistance, well, now we're on the path of, possibly breaking it up a little bit and moving forward in a good way. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop back in here at the end of the video and add that another really common thing that I'm seeing in all of these dreams that are coming up with block communication is when someone is trying to get in communication with their partner or someone that they're in a relationship with, or maybe even someone who's passed away. And those things obviously have a lot of emotional weight. And it's just to add that it's not always necessarily that there's something you need to communicate with your partner, but more so that the dream is showing you what feelings come up for you when you're not able to get that instant sense of connection or communication, or maybe in the dream, right, you're feeling like your partner is ignoring you or not paying attention to you. I also have another video, and I'll link to it here, about what it means when your ex is ignoring you, and that can also very much apply to when there's someone you're in relationship with currently who is ignoring you. People always want to jump to think that that means their partner is somehow being dishonest with them or sneaking around or something like that, and that's not always the case. More so, what it's pointing to is that you maybe have that fear and that you have this insecurity brewing. A lot of times if it's coming up in a dream, that means that there's some way that you're not fully acknowledging it and letting it be in your awareness in your waking life. And that makes sense, right? Because it can be difficult to acknowledge the degree to which we've become dependent on our partner's reassurance or being in constant communication with our partner for feeling safe and secure within ourselves. But often our dreams want to show, hey, actually there's these parts of you that get really agitated, really upset, really have a lot of fear come up when you're not able to get in touch with the partner, with the person that you're trying to be in connection with. And that's really just a place to start exploring. It's it's not something to be ashamed of. It's really trying to point us on a journey of understanding, where are these feelings coming from? Is it something that happened in the past? Is it something about the relationship itself? Is there some need or desire that you have? And this is where the communication comes back in, because sometimes we are feeling that insecurity come up because we are not secure in the connection, and that often is because there's some need or desire that we have for connection in the relationship that is not being met. And there's really no way for that need to be met until first we recognize that it's not happening. Second, we do the work of identifying what is it. And then third, and sometimes this can be the hardest part, communicating it with our partner and letting them know, hey, I actually have this need that helps me feel really connected to you. And if we could meet that, maybe these feelings of insecurity or jealousy or, all the things that can come up and are being brought up by the dream could sort of pass. So I just wanted to add that on because it was coming up in a lot of the dreams that people were adding to me. So thank you so much for tuning in to this video. It was really fun to make. And I'd love it if you hit subscribe or let me know in the comments below dreams that you've had about this topic. I think it's really juicy and I'm really glad to be with you. And also, of course, I'm also linking to the live that I did. I think the quality is not the best. I'm going to work on that for next time and do even more of your dreams later. So I hope you can check that out. And thanks for being here. Bye.